WWE BattleGround is this Sunday, and there's a reason I have not covered this pay-per-view, for two reasons, actually. One of them being, well, there's a new pay-per-view. I didn't want to keep going week to week, and we've been busy. The other, with October, we can clearly promote the Save the Puppies movement. Even having a credit card. Now, apparently WWE is doing their second Rise Above Cancer, but we all know that that is the PG slogan by John Cena, and that will not be acknowledged, since John Cena is not allowed to be on television during his injury. His appearances will also not be acknowledged. Therefore, we are naming this the Save the Puppies movement in honor of breast cancer awareness. And apparently, WWE and MasterCard, with Susan G. Komen, are making people apply for the Save the Puppies movement via Make Every Day Pink. As well as WWE having their Rise Above Puppies t-shirts and all kinds of apparel for all WWE superstars. This is a giant move at WWE because, one, this will be the first acknowledgement of puppies on WWE since Jerry Lawler's commentary days back in the day, and two, this could be a potential scouting by WWE to have the next potential merchandise seller. You have your Rey Mysterios, you have your CM Punks, you have your Daniel Bryan's, you have your John Cena's, and this could honestly see in WWE's eyes which superstars, which divas could be the next moneymakers in this business. So this is a good opportunity for WWE, and it's for a good cause as well for Susan G. For the Susan G. Komen Foundation for breast cancer awareness. Now on to the pay-per-view. This match is honestly the best card I've seen in a long time, and we normally start bottom to up, just based on how they line up this card. But I will start with the kickoff match, not as usual. But I'll start with the kickoff match here because this is actually probably should have been a pay-per-view match, but it is on the kickoff, which is very unfortunate. I would have rather put anyone in this spot other than the two men in this match. And the two men in this match are Dolph Ziggler and Damien Sandow. Not because they don't deserve a kickoff match, because, I mean, come on, that's the best way to probably hype up the show. They'd be better than a dark match. But this should have been a pay-per-view quality match. I mean, I don't understand why this is on the kickoff, but regardless, this will probably be match of the night, even though it won't be on the official pay-per-view card. This will be one to watch for sure. So if you've never watched a kickoff before, I would recommend it just on this match alone. And honestly, with Ziggler's burial as of late, I would be shocked if this man won the match. But Damien Sandow has been given Ziggler's spot last year, jobbing to almost everyone, so I would not be surprised if this happened. But overall, this is one to watch for sure. Now we go bottom to up as usual, as we have the Rhodes family against Shield members and the tag team champions, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Now, for those who have seen this, you know exactly what's going on. But for those who have not, let me indulge you for one moment. Over the past few weeks, during the Best for Business era, as I like to call it, Cody Rhodes, people like Cody Rhodes, Goldust, even the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, have showed up in defiance of this new regime. Now, Cody Rhodes had a wedding coming up, and it was an easy way to write him off television for the honeymoon and the wedding and all that stuff, so that made sense. And putting Goldust in there to try to win Randy Orton's job back, made sense as well. Even bringing NXT Commissioner and WWE Hall of Famer, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, made perfect sense. I mean, this is one of the few feuds, one of the few angles I will preach about in the PG Best for Business era, along with a few others, because this is how you do a storyline. This is storyline 101 right here, and it still works today. now, as of last week on Raw, or a few weeks ago on Raw, Dusty Rhodes was knocked out by Big Show, which was probably the better of two choices instead of being destroyed by the Shield with chairs. So that probably would have, Big Show didn't like it, but that was probably the best possible option for that. But now, as of last night on Raw, the Rhodes family has a chance of redemption. And let me tell you this will not be a one-match feud. They will not lose this match. And that's probably me spoiling. That's just probably my thinking. Because this could probably go all the way to Survivor Series where we have a Team Rhodes, Team Triple H, or Team WWE, Team Best for Business, whatever you want to call it. That would be the big payoff in my mind. So, like it or not, the Rhodes family will win this match. And by the way, Dusty Rhodes will be in the corner of the Rhodes family. The stipulations being, if Cody and Goldust were to lose, not only would they never be able to compete in WWE or be allowed in WWE again, but the American Dream Dusty Rhodes would lose his job as the commissioner of NXT, grooming and perfecting the future professional wrestling, which would be a huge loss, in my opinion. But if they went off, so they get their jobs back, so that's probably what's going to happen. And now we have a match out of nowhere, which normally for the Divas division is kind of normal, but this actually is probably one of the best ones that could have happened. There's no build-up at all, besides the Total Divas thing. But, there is build-up here, but, this just came out of the blue as of last night. So, yeah, you have like 6 days and a few shows to cover it if you want to. WWE. So we have AJ Lee defending the title against Brie Bella. Obviously, Nikki's still injured, but we saw her last night on Raw being at ringside for the match against Alicia Fox, which was probably one of the better Diva matches, if anything. Now, I think I just said last time that the Total Divas, there would be a Total Diva holding the belt. But Brie Bella, honestly, this, with the current storylines as of last night on Raw, I'll get that a little later. But Brie Bella being Divas champion would make perfect sense here. That way they would give her a build, it would bring the show a build, and unfortunately, it would be the end of AJ's title reign, but couldn't happen to a nicer girl. And I'm going to have to split this because the last room I'm going to have to take a little more time on than what is allowed due to YouTube being a bitch. So we'll split this up into one big thing, and yeah.